Well, I have a real treat for you today. I am in Tiberias, Israel. I came with a group from our church, and today I am at the Sea of Galilee. As you can see out there, that is the Sea of Galilee where Jesus did much of his ministry. Right there. Right along the shores of this place. You've read about it in the Bible. But as we were approaching our hotel in the daylight today, I saw this place right down the street from the hotel. And I thought, boy, that would be a treat to have a place like that on this channel. I know that people would be interested to see another culture, the way that they do their cemeteries. And if you look at this place, they are really, really packed tight in here. Israel's a small country. It's about the size of New Jersey. And unfortunately, I won't be able to read most of these stones. They're all in Hebrew, but occasionally there are some dates that can be read in English or in American numbers. You can see them, but mostly these are in Hebrew. I'll show you what I mean. You can see these. And this is a newer section right here that I'm in. There is an old section. This is called the Old Cemetery in Tiberias, Israel. I'm sure if you YouTube that, check it, Google it, you can probably find all kinds of links to this place and all kinds of more information. I'm going to do more researching on it when I get home from my Israel trip. But today, I just wanted to take an opportunity to capture this place, to show it to you. I'm here in real time. And boy, what an amazing trip. But this was a special extra treat I was not expecting, and I'm glad I can show it to you. This is a rather large graveyard, as you can see. It kind of goes on for a long way. And I'm not going to visit way up in there. I'm only going to visit kind of a small area of it. This is a newer section. I'm going to show you an older section where there's actually been some damage from earthquakes and floods over the years, floods from the lake down there. By the way, the Sea of Galilee is actually a lake. It is a freshwater lake. It's not actually a sea or an ocean. It is contained. But the Bible does call it the Sea of Galilee. So you can see how just incredibly tightly packed in here they are. There's hardly walking room at all. Every 50 feet or so, there's maybe a little walkway, like you can kind of see a trail up through there, or this little one that I just came down right here. I'm going to go back up it. Let me cut over one here. Walk between these. Lots and lots of lanterns and lights and candles. Seems to be a big part of the culture here. You'll see them on a lot of stones, and there are little candle boxes on the back of many of the tombs here that have candles in them, which I assume hold candles for when a loved one comes to visit, and allows them to have easy access to a candle right there on site that they can just light and be with their loved one. I, of course, want to treat this with complete respect. Not fully understanding all of their culture and stuff, I hope that I am not doing any injustices to anybody. That would never be my wish. As you can see, all Hebrew writing there. And again, here's one of the candle boxes I was talking about. Just unlatches and there's a candle inside. A little reflection park here. We'll take a walk up here and take a look at what appears to be a fairly new section, and then I'll take us into the old section before we leave. Oh, here we go. I haven't been in here yet. This looks a little more orderly. I wonder if there's a class or a class difference in the folks that are here. Oh, this one has a photograph. Let's take a look at that. And that looks like a fairly young man right there. Let's see if I can read the dates here. No, it is all Hebrew. All Hebrew. If any, oh, wait a minute. 19, so it looks like August 19th, 1993 is a readable date. Oh, and May 19th, 1973. So 73 to 90, looks like a 20-year-old man. And that, the photograph there looks about like a 20-year-old man. So, why these are in here are so orderly and nicely laid out, I couldn't tell you. I don't know the difference. Again, it may be a class thing. It may be a, not race, but what's the word I want? Class, caste. No, that's India. There's kind of a neat little glass box here. Looks like maybe it has a few mementos in it from this person. September 25, 1983. And October 28, 2004. Yeah, this is possibly a status thing. That everything here is so nicely laid out and very uniform, the same stones, the same blocks, the same writing, everything is very uniform in here. But when you come out into the main part of the cemetery, it is what appears to be controlled chaos. Everything is so different. Different stones, different colors, different writing, different fonts, you name it. These two, this one is from 2012 and 2017 right here. But like I said earlier, this is the newest section that I have seen right here. And it just appears to be much newer, but again, it's so packed, so tightly packed. Can walk up in here. There's a 1999. There's a 2012. Oops. This is kind of a neat one here with a heart mounted on the top of it. And I can't read the dates on that. It's in Hebrew. There's one right there from 1999. You see how tightly packed the sarcophagus are. There's barely room to walk between them. And that right there, there's a place to put a new one. And over there we have a box with no lid and no coffin in it. Just a box. All right, so I'm going to take a walk now down through the old section. And we'll have a look at the ruins that you can see. By the way, they've built some walkways above this place as well that, because there's so many stones packed in, you can see it over there. There's a walkway actually built above the stones. So walking down towards the hillside, closer to the water anyway, you'll be able to see the ruined section. Looks like they're doing some work here on a... Yeah, it looks like they're doing some work. That is an empty box. I would not show it otherwise. But it looks like they're doing some repair work. You're beginning to see now the ruined areas, broken up areas. This was apparently the way to do it, to build these little stone half domes, and many of them have crumbled. They're just piles of rocks now. So you can see the here we are coming up on the ruined area. There's a whole hillside that looks like this right here, and this is what I could see from the road down there as we were passing by in our bus. But these are all graves down there, and many of them just have headstones, broken headstones, just laid on top of them or glued in some way. I don't know what the significance is of this, of piles of rocks on top of a grave, but there's many examples of it. Small pebbles being placed there. Maybe some sign of respect or love of the family, from the family. So here's a pile of rocks with a broken headstone just laid on it. Someone's holy book here. Book of prayers, a Bible, a Torah, perhaps. See that? Just look at that. Just all broken up. Goes on for quite a ways down the hill. There's one that's not broken up, really. It's still kind of standing. That's good. There's one down there with some iron rebar over the top of it, perhaps because it was broken and they didn't want anybody pillaging it. Very, very interesting place. And a treat that I get to show this to you guys. I'm gonna guess this is an older section that hasn't fallen apart. But you can still see that there's a lot of old stone, concrete. It's my understanding that the black stone indicates older than the light stone. We learned that today on one of our visits to one of the sites. I could be wrong on that in this graveyard. Maybe that was just specific to the site we were at. But he did make kind of a point to say that the black stone was used years and years and years, long before the lighter colored stone. See, I see one here that's got a broken headstone right there. Of course, I can't read that. It's all Hebrew. And I cannot read Hebrew, I'm sorry. I'm very happy to show this to you guys. And maybe this means something to somebody who's going to watch it on the YouTube channel. Get a chance to do this. It's so neat. There's a chair here at the end of this one. Apparently somebody comes here to sit and be with their loved one. There's also a roof over this area as well. If I can get my camera to go upward, we can see that. This area is covered right here. These 7 or 8 tombs here are nicely covered. I think this will be the last area I take a peek at here before we're done. And I will leave by the same exit or same entrance exit that I came in through, down at the main road. That one back there, that one right there looks like it's fairly new, and I did see some folks here standing right nearby that one just a little while ago. So they may have been here to visit someone they know and loved. Very, very interesting, the walkway up and above the stones here. Just so different than what I've ever seen before. And it wraps around to another corner of the cemetery there. But as I walk down out of here, I'll show you again the ruins on this side. You can see them beginning to show up here now. But as the earthquakes have shaken this place over the millennia, you see the damage it's done. That's my understanding. I spoke to a man at the entrance of the cemetery who knew a little bit about it, and he said the graves in here are anywhere from present day to as much as 400, possibly even 500 years ago. And that was more than I knew about it walking in, so I was very thankful to get that piece of information. You see a chair up there where somebody sits and enjoys their time here. Someone's holy book in place there where they can come sit. This looks like possibly a family right here. Family inside the fence. You can see that goes down the ruined areas down there towards the front. They're just really, really, really packed in here. So tight. Again, this is the old cemetery at Tiberias, Israel. If you want to Google that, YouTube it. Someone's probably done a far better video than mine, but I hope this has been educational for someone out there. Look at this one right here. Wow, this is just really royal looking writing and a lot of piled stones again. This has got to be a status thing or an honor thing in some way. I'm going to try to find out more information, perhaps from my tour guide who can fill me in. That would be nice to know what the significance. I mean, look at this. There's rocks piled on all of these around here. Some really big piles, some little piles, some big rocks, little rocks. Doesn't seem to matter very much. But all of them have at least a couple of stones on them. Some of them a lot. Let's see if I can walk. I want to see this one back here. This one that seems to be kind of in a fenced in area here. What's the significance here? Here we have, look at this, a little fenced in area with one tomb in it. We have what looks like an oil candle there and a bottle of oil and some matches to light it with. That's interesting. Look, you can see the ruins out here as well, out behind it. Just a really, really big area. And on under the bridge over there on the far side as well. You can see that. On up the hill. On up the hill. I could probably spend days exploring this particular cemetery. And I don't know if anyone can read that. If you can, please comment, let me know what it says. Here again we have a chair for someone to sit and spend time with their loved one. Well, thank you for watching this video today. I'm sorry I couldn't read very much of it, but I hope someone enjoyed it, got something from it, and I hope that I showed every bit of respect that the culture is due. And I hope I didn't offend anyone with anything I did, said, or showed on tape. All right? Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back with you again. Probably back on the other side of the ocean again when I'm back home in Virginia. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.